غرباء 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 غرباء.
So you know what? You know the drill, guys. Come on, we need to have the enthusiasm and the return to the salam, because you know me. I never leave without my rights. Right? Muslims have rights upon each other, and I never leave without my rights. Okay? So let's try this. See if we can get it 2 times instead of 3 times this time. Alright? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Just one comment I want to make because we were talking about wudu. Rasulullah he says in a hadith that there will be people on the day of judgment who will be known as the Muhajirin. Now, do you know how many gates of paradise will be open for these? That will have the radius of wudu. There's a specific number that Rasulullah says. Close. Do you have any more questions? Sisters, if you're fast, you can get the right answer in, and we're going to get some prizes, inshallah. Okay, so brothers is 8. So 8 gates of paradise will be open. Okay, for these ones will have the radius of wudu on them. Now, sometimes we look at these ahadith and we kind of just disregard. Okay, 8 gates of Jannah is going to be open for you. We kind of think, okay, oh, that's great. 8 gates of Jannah. Just for doing wudu. I want you to understand the impact, what it truly means to have these 8 gates. Okay? So right now I need you to start using your imaginations a little bit. So you look at these exits. So sisters, you probably have some exits upstairs, right? So you look at the exits around here. So just look at the exits here. There's how many exits? There's 4 exits in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now these 4 exits, I want you to imagine that these exits become sealed. Now these exits are sealed, they're completely sealed. And I want you to imagine now that this room is filled with people. It's just packed with people. And then someone yells out, fire. Someone yells out fire. There is a fire that's going to reach this room. How are you going to feel? You're banging on these doors, you can't get through these doors. You're trying to shake the door handles, but you can't break through. And you're just pounding on it. What would you feel? Yeah, my nerves. What would you feel? Just imagine what emotion would be in your heart. Panic. You would be panicking. You would feel this overwhelming sense of fear. Right? That this room is packed with people. You're going to be burned alive. What are you going to do? You're just pounding on the door, but it's sealed and the fire is about to reach this room. Just imagine when you feel the panic. I want you to imagine the panic you would feel. And then, I want you to imagine that one of these doors becomes open. And so now there's a rush. Right? So now there's a rush for everyone to squeeze through this one door. And so people are trampling over each other, and they're trying to push each other away, and they're trying to get through this one door. But you would feel what? A little bit more relief. You feel a little bit more relief. Because now there's a chance for you to get out. There's one door that's open. And then, imagine another door is open for you. And so it's a little bit more relief. Now this entire room has a little bit more flow. People can go in. Can escape this fire. And then another. So your relief will be even more. Now on the day of judgment, if there isn't a gate of paradise open for you, where will you be? So we have to understand, even in the questions you ask, it reflects what your intention is. And I hope, inshallah, all our intentions are here for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because there's a famous line of poetry by a famous Urdu poet, Iqbal. He says, "Khud badaltani, Quran badaltani." That the people themselves, they don't change. They try to change the Quran. They try to change the religion. If you come to know something, even if you hear this, you ask a question and you hear something you don't like, the response to it. Are you now willing to change yourself? Yes. Because if you're willing to change, you're sincere. You're sincerely asking that question because you sincerely want to change. Or you just asking it because you're going to fatwa shopping. He says, I bet you there's going to some smart aleck's going to come up with a new section, I'm telling you right now. It's going to be, you can bid for the highest fatwa, right? So instead of eBay, there'll be e-fatwa. So then you're going to be able to bid for, the fatwa you want, and you'll be able to do your fatwa shopping all online. You'll sync it to your iPhone. So we have to be sincere, and the reason we're here is we're here for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And it reflects in the student of knowledge. Because are you willing to strive? Are you willing to persevere to get that in? Because sometimes I see, I watch the lectures and I see some people, the brothers are going in and out, some brothers are dozing off. You know what? The people who really, yearn for that knowledge, who really strove for the knowledge, you know what they did? You know the sacrifices they had to do? Imam Malik, rahimahullah. He says when I was young, starting off, he's a young student starting off, just before he was known as the famous Imam Malik. He's learning from a man by the name of Nafi. Who's Nafi? Is anybody who knows Nafi? Except for the brother, he knows from the lecture. Who's Nafi? Nafi is the slave or the servant of Abdullah ibn Umar. So who's Abdullah ibn Umar? He is the son of Umar bin al-Khattab. And the chain of narration goes from Abdullah ibn Umar to Rasulullah, and also from Abdullah ibn Umar, he learns it from his father, Umar bin al-Khattab, and it goes to Rasulullah. Right? So this is a very strong chain here that we're talking about. So Nafi, he is the type of person who has a quick temper. So he has a quick temper. He doesn't like to be asked questions outside the halaqah. You only ask him the halaqah, outside the halaqah, you don't deal with that. He's got a very quick temper. Also, his Arabic is broken. He has broken Arabic. So he is not very fluent in his Arabic. So you would think, Imam Malik would be, listen, I am very fluent, I have a very high level of Arabic, I don't need to learn from this person. Or this person has a very quick temper, I don't have the patience to go and put up with his, his vices. If I learn from the halaqah, I will learn. If not, it's okay. Look at the desire that Prophet in Imam Malik's life. He waits outside the house of Nafi in the early morning. And he waits for Nafi to come out. He just walks by, doesn't say anything. And then he waits around all day for Nafi to come into the masjid. And so he walks in and he pretends as if he's going into the masjid at the same time as Nafi. And so Assalamu alaikum, because he did it in a very kind of casual and subtle way. He did all this rigmarole just to get this one hadith. And do you know how many hadith he would get in a month by doing this whole, elaborate plan? How many hadith would he get in a month? He would get like 2 hadith. So this is the dedication on the path of knowledge that these people would have. And so we need to be as dedicated. If we're going to revive the heroes from this ummah, this is the best, and I believe you mean this is the best ummah